Hi, I'm Suhan and in today's video we are gonna see selection sort. But in the previous video we saw how to implement bubble sort and what are the advantages or what are the disadvantages of it and why we should not use it, and also the time complexity and space complexity of bubble sort. In today's video we are gonna take a look at selection sort, but first I want to show a error in the last video, or a silly mistake which was not seen in the last video. If you see here, when I run the bubble sort it works fine, but when I open another console and open the terminal and then run bubble sort python bubble sort, you can see that here it is we are getting a string representation of the file, and this is happening because of one small problem, which is you can see here that the naming of it has spaces in it, and you should remember in the starting or when you have learned Python for the first time that any file should not have spaces in it, as it can make or cause errors. So take a note on it, as it's a very important topic, a basic topic but very important, as it can make your day suffer. But in PyCharm it was working fine, as PyCharm works on our code and helps it to run smoothly. So as it is an IDE, but if you run it on a text editor or a terminal, then it will error out. So don't use spaces. You can use anything for the folders, but I will suggest a minus sign or a underscore. So it was it. Now let's begin today's selection sort. First okay, now let's begin with the selection sort. In the screen you can see we are given an array 7542 and we have to sort it. In this method, as in bubble sort, we were separating out the largest to the right, but in selection sort we separate out the smallest to the left. It works in the same manner, but the difference here is that we are sorting the smallest to the left, and in bubble sort we were sorting the largest to the right. And you can go through these steps. If you need more information, you can see the bubble sort video. It's the same mechanism but in the reverse order, or we are selecting the smallest. So here are the steps, and when we take a look at the code you will get more clearly what is happening. I am taking a counter which will increase on every loop, means every time a loop ends. So the counter is at 0. I am assigning the I, or the index value, to the counter, as here you can see the minimum was 2 and it was shifted to the first. Now we will start searching from the second one till the last one. So we need to start from the 1 index. So I will start from 1, then go to the last one and find the smallest. Here 4 was the smallest, so I return it. Now I will start with 0, 1, 2. Now I will start with second index, and so on. So this is the code, and now I will compare I will set the small index to the counter, and if I get smaller element, then I will set to that element's index. And here is it. It is also has a time complexity of O of n square and a space complexity of O of 1, as we are not using any other space, or we are defining the space in the beginning of as we are defining the space in the beginning, so there is only a space complexity of constant time, means O of 1. Now we can run this program. What we have to do, Python elementary shorts. First we will go to the folder. Now run the program, Python selection sort, and you can see here that the array is sorted. So thanks for watching, and the next video will be on insertion sort, and it's very important as insertion sort is one of the best and also one of the worst in some cases. You will see in the next video why is it so. Thanks for watching. Signing out, Suhan.